Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my absolute favorite video to film. I think I say that in every video, but it is my April favorites. I think I have a pretty big collection of favorites. It's maybe moderate, but I did do like the VIB sale shopping and stuff like that and a few online orders. So I do have some things here that are newer to me, so they did get a lot of use this month and I wanted to talk about those. And I think I'm going to start with the one thing that is not makeup, and that is this drink right here. And I think you get it, I find this at Walmart, and it's the Clear brand, and it's the flavor that I love is the wild cherry, but it is the naturally flavored sparkling water beverage with other natural flavors. I drink at least one of these a day, but I don't feel bad about it because it is water, but it's carbonated, and I typically don't love carbonated drinks. I mean, I'll drink the occasional soda, but I prefer like water or tea. But I love this one because it is zero everything. I don't know how they do that, but it's 0 calories, it's 0 fat, 0 sodium, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 protein. So it's basically the same as water. If I'm wrong, definitely correct me because I'm definitely not like a nutritionist or anything like that. I just know it says 0 on all of the nutrition facts on the back, but it's delicious and it definitely encourages me to drink more water. Like I said, I go through at least one of these a day, and this is a liter. I try to drink plain water too to incorporate that, just to be a little bit healthier, but if you want something a little bit more fun and flavorful, I recommend this because these are delicious. Alright, next I'm going to talk about the 2 skincare things that I have. I really hate mentioning this because I know it's expensive, but I did get it in my BoxyCharm. I think it's like $80 for this. And it's the Clarks Botanicals Anti-Puff Eye Cream. And I don't think I'm going to buy the next one when I run out, which breaks my heart, because that is too expensive. I can find other eye creams, like Boots from Target is reasonably priced, and that's a good one. But I do love this. I think it's really great. But unless I can save up my BoxyCharm, I guess they're called charms or points or whatever, to get a big discount on this, I probably won't repurchase. I say repurchase because I purchased the BoxyCharm box. But it's expensive, but I really do like it. And if you got this in your box and you haven't gotten around to trying it, I think you should, especially the last 2 weeks. I'm still kind of a little bit raspy from that horrific cold that I had. That was definitely my month's unfavorite, but because of that, like sinuses and the cold, I was getting, puffy eyes, and this really did make a big difference. And I've been using it every single day for at least a month, most of the time twice a day, always in the morning though, for sure. But yeah, I really do like it, and if you have it in your box and you haven't tried it, I would give it a try because it's really good. It sinks in really quickly, and it feels really good, and it does what it says. It keeps the puffiness down, so I do love it, and I'm going to be so sad when it's gone. The next favorite I have is the Mario Badescu Drying Lotion. And I love this because I rarely, let's like knock on wood here, but I rarely get a breakout because I do have drier skin, so I don't have the extra oils to make me break out. So it's a very rare thing. It's usually hormonal or like a sensitivity issue to like too many oily products, like too hydrating. Sometimes I can break out from those types of things. But I used this. I had a few hormonal breakouts and it cleared it up pretty quickly for me. And my daughter is, in that preteen stage, so she's going through those things, and she has oily skin. So I know it works on oily skin too, because I've put this on her and it cleared up her little breakouts on her forehead pretty well. It smells awful, but it does work. You just take your Q-tip and go straight down the liquid and into the sediment down here. You don't shake it up, and you just dot it wherever you have, pimples, breakouts. and it dries it up pretty quick, so I have to give this a little love this month because it did save me from a few breakouts right before I went on my trip to Texas, so it saved me from having terrible skin during that. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about, again, don't hate me for this. This particular one was limited edition during the holidays. It's the Nars Stephen Klein palette, but they do have a very similar palette. It looks almost identical to this. It just doesn't have the cover art, which I could live without. That's not why I wanted it, so that doesn't really matter, but what's inside does. It's got the big mirror. It's got the Laguna bronzer right here. Right here is the Paloma Contour Duo with the matte highlight, and that contour I don't really love. It's a little too red for me. I love these blushes. I am wearing this one today, which is in Robotic, and then this one is Blasphemy. Luster is a beautiful color, and then Dolce Vita is another favorite of mine. So I do love this palette. I would look into getting the one that is currently on Sephora's website. I can try to find that and link it down below. The colors I think are pretty close to this, if not identical, but I'll link that down below. I just think this is a really great value. You get a lot of really great blushes and the bronzer, and I think it's around $50, which is really good because just one blush or just the bronzer by itself is, I think, $30-something. So you're getting a lot of bang for your buck with this. Okay, my next favorite, again, don't hate me. I know it's hard to find, and it was something that I really, really wanted so badly, and I don't have the chocolate bar and the semi-sweet, but I did find the peach palette from Too Faced. This is just me and a palette, and it's kind of a hit or miss. Some people love it, some people don't. I think a lot of the shades in here are dupeable for sure, but being the makeup junkie and collector that I am, it was definitely one of those must-haves for me. I think the colors are really gorgeous, and again, you can dupe most of these, so if you didn't get your hands on it, I wouldn't be too upset about it because most of these colors you can find a dupe for. But I do love it. I think it's beautiful. I think it smells great. The packaging is absolutely adorable. So I do love it, and I did do a look with this, and I will link that down below and put it in the iCard over here as well if you want to check that out. So yeah, I've been loving that palette. The next thing I want to talk about is the Black Magic Sephora brand makeup remover cloths, and I hauled these in my Sephora VIB sale. I think these are really great. They really do a fantastic job of removing the makeup, and I don't have to use any makeup removing oils or micellar water. Literally get this cloth wet, wipe it on my face, and the makeup is gone. So I think this is definitely worth picking up because it's gonna pay for itself just in the savings from not having to buy cotton rounds and the makeup removing oil or water or whatever it is that you use. It's gonna pay for itself pretty quickly, so I've been loving that. Next is another item that was in my haul, and it is the NARS lip gloss in Chelsea's Girls, and that's what I'm wearing right now. I think it's a beautiful color. It's not sticky, and it just provides a really pretty sheen on the lips, so I definitely have been loving this. I think NARS is an expensive brand. I don't want to recommend this because the price is pretty high for a lip gloss, but if I can find a dupe, I definitely will try to dupe this because I think the color and the formula is great. But again, it's kind of pricey for what it is, so take that with a grain of salt. I hate recommending expensive products because, especially right now, we're in the middle of buying a house, and every single penny is super important to us right now, and I haven't done any hauls lately because of that. But I hate recommending stuff that's expensive because we work so hard for our money, and I don't want you guys to see this and think you have to have it because you definitely don't. But I do have it, and I do like it, so I wanted to mention it, but it's definitely not a must-have. And if I can find a dupe for it, I will definitely share it with you guys. And if I do find that dupe, I won't repurchase this one because I could find a cheaper alternative. Okay, I'm going to try to hurry through this. My battery is flashing at me, getting ready to die. So I've only got a few things left. Next favorite I want to talk about is the RCMA No Color Powder. I had talked about how I had hauled this, but I hadn't mentioned it in the favorites because I hadn't used it long enough. But I've been using it every day for at least a month, maybe 5 or 6 weeks. And it does a really great job. I do set my under eyes with it. It's not too drying for me, having dry skin. I think it just sets the makeup beautifully. I wore this when I went to my brother's wedding. There was flash photography. I didn't see any flashback with it. So I think it's a great powder, and I got it on friendsbeauty.com and it was $10 or $11. And it came really quickly, and you get 3 ounces, so you're getting a lot for your money. So yes, I definitely recommend this one. It is really good. Next, I want to talk about another haul item, and it is the Sephora Color Switch by Veramona. I know you've probably seen this everywhere, and there's the inside of it. This was such a lifesaver when I was doing the wedding makeup and switching between colors. I didn't have time to like wash my brushes and things like that. So this was a huge lifesaver for me, and even in day-to-day life it's a huge lifesaver because it, you know, you can quickly switch out colors and not worry about waiting for your brushes to dry and things like that. So I do love this. And I was talking with a YouTube friend of mine. Her name is Amanda's Beauty Bubble. Definitely go check her out. I'll leave her link down below. She is planning a dupe video for this, so I want you guys to go subscribe to her channel so you don't miss that video. It's gonna be awesome. She's gonna show you how to dupe this exact thing for just a few bucks, and I really wish I had spoken to her about that before I bought this, but it's okay. I have it and I love it, and I definitely can't wait to see that video and see her dupe this. And it's not the hair donut one, so I know everyone has done that one, but it's not that. It's one that looks a lot more like this material. So definitely check her out and be on the lookout for that video. It's going to be a really good one. Next, I want to talk about a product that I actually said I hated. And I did for the longest time, and I was like, I bought it. It was kind of expensive. It's drugstore, but it was kind of expensive, and I really wanted to make it work. And it is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And again, I said I hated it, and that was true, but the reason I think I hated it, it wasn't, you know, pigmented enough, wasn't showing up on me. I don't think I was using the right kind of brush for it. So if you're having that issue, I use this. It's a MAC brush, but the numbers are like completely gone. So I don't even know what number this is, but I think it is advertised as like a blush brush or something like that, but it's natural hair. And I think that's what it is. You don't have to get the MAC one, but a natural hair brush maybe, or one that's just a little bit more dense like this one, seemed to be the best way for me to apply the bronzer and have it actually show up. And it is what I'm wearing today as my bronzer. So, and the smell is great. I love the way it smells, but it just wasn't showing up on me. But once I found using this brush with it, it worked really well. So if you're having that issue, maybe try a natural hair brush or one that's just a little bit more dense. Just keep playing with brushes and see if that helps you out, because that's what made me finally start liking this. Alright, my last 2 items are brushes, and the first one I want to talk about is this one, and it is a dupe for the Artiste brush, and I will leave the iCard for that video over here. I did like a dupe video, and I reviewed it and demoed it and all that stuff, and it is a really good brush. And I mean, it looks a little flimsy with this plastic, but I haven't had any issues with it. I've washed it, and I use it for everything, cream, liquid, powder. I mean, it's just so dense that you can really do so many things with this right after the other, and I show you in the demo. Same time, like using the liquid foundation and buffing it in, and then going in with powder and bronzer and all that stuff, and it didn't cake up and it didn't get stuck in the bristles, and it's just a really great brush. And I only paid $5 for it. So definitely check out that video, because this is definitely worth the $5. My last favorite is this brush. Now if you look, it says Nars on it and it's supposed to be the Nars Ita Brush. But I got this. I'm going to find it and link it down below as well because it's not advertised as the Nars Ita Brush online. I got it on Amazon. I paid $2 for this brush, and I do have the Nars Ita brush, like the miniature one that came in the big Tahiti bronzer with the Laguna bronzer. They had that out I think last year. So I do have the Ita brush, and comparing it to this one with the longer handle, they're absolutely identical. It could very well be the Nars brush, but sold, you know, from the factory, I guess, that makes it. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But I know it feels the same. It has the same rubberized texture on it. The bristles are great, and it feels just like the miniature one that I have. It doesn't shed. It washes very well, and it's just perfect. I really do love this, and for $2, that is a fantastic deal. So I will leave that link down below for you guys because I think you will really like that, especially with that $2 price tag. You can't really beat that. Alright, and my last favorite is YouTuber favorites, and I have just a few this month. I haven't been able to watch very many of them because of like traveling and my house buying and all that. I've been super busy, and I feel bad because there's a lot of guys on YouTube that I love and I'm friends with and watch all the time, but I have been absent in my video watching and commenting, so I'm sorry for that, but I'm gonna try to play catch up as soon as I can. There's just so much going on. But anyway, my YouTuber favorites, I have 3. The first one is a little bit bigger of a YouTuber, but she's not that big yet. She's got about 20,000, and her name is Brittany Sarah, and I will leave all of my YouTuber favorites linked down below as well. She's so good. She's absolutely gorgeous, and I have serious eyebrow envy. Like, she has the most beautiful eyebrows, and she's super bubbly and just so much fun. And for having that many subscribers, because to me that's a lot, she always replies back to my comments every single time, and I love that about her. She's very engaged with her audience, and she's sweet and she's talented, so definitely check her out. And my last 2 favorites are Gleamo girl Joelle. I think she is great. She does a lot of beautiful looks on her channel. She's a lot of fun to watch, so definitely check her out. And then my last favorite is Miss Carlo Beauty. She's relatively new. Makeup by Shay was actually talking to me about her, and I checked out her channel, and she's adorable, and for being so new, she's really got it together. I think she's got a lot of great quality videos, and I think you're really gonna like her. So that is it. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I have to rush through this because my battery's about to die. But thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.